Welcome to PGTV News. Here are our top stories. The Carol Jenkins Barnett Pavilion for Women and Children is now open. Find out how this facility will help mothers and children in the community.
The Lakeland Regional Health Comprehensive Stroke Center is now equipped to battle all types of strokes. Meet the doctors who are ready to save lives.
Hello and welcome to PGTV News. I'm Stephen Barnes.
And I'm Lauren Lingdell. Thank you for tuning in. Our report begins in Lakeland, where Lakeland Regional Health's new Carol Jenkins Barnett Pavilion for Women and Children started to receive patients on June 15th. The new pavilion includes a center for fetal care for moms facing high-risk pregnancies and will provide maternal, fetal, and perinatal care before, during, and after the birth. The facility makes it possible for children with complex conditions to remain in Lakeland for treatment, rather than transferring them to hospitals in Tampa or Orlando.
On Saturday, June 23rd, Hollis Gardens will host the Plante Fructum sale in conjunction with Jean's Tropicals. The event will take place at Hollis Gardens, 702 East Orange Street, Lakeland, Florida, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Jean's Tropicals is a renowned nursery located in St. Petersburg, who carry the largest selection of exotic fruit plants and trees in the Tampa Bay area. He added, last year's Plante Fructum event was a huge success, so those planning to attend are encouraged to arrive early because the very best inventory will go quickly.
The city of Frostproof may soon see tiny houses. City officials are considering changing its land use ordinance to allow for the construction. City Manager Lee Evett said, "They've got everything you would want: kitchen, living room, bathroom, bedroom, and a TV antenna on the roof." He also said they're really inexpensive and they're built to building codes, which means they're safe. Evett also believes tiny homes could help with a number of residential issues facing the city, including high-quality, affordable housing, attracting new residents to the city, filling in the patchwork of vacant lots in some residential neighborhoods, and even attracting a hotel to Frostproof.
AmeriCorps Polk is looking for individuals to tutor students in kindergarten through 3rd grade who are reading below grade level. The tutoring is done one-on-one throughout the school day. AmeriCorps is a training program through a partnership with the Polk County School District. Experience is not required. Tutors have to be 18 years old or older with a high school diploma or GED. For more information, call 863-519-8638.
It's now time for this week's health tip. Here is Scott Schablum with that information.
Hi, my name's Scott Schablum with the Florida Department of Health, and I wanted to take a few minutes to tell you about how you can stay safe when you're outside this summer. The most common forms of skin cancer come from exposure to ultraviolet rays that come from the sun or artificial sources like tanning beds. The sun's UV rays can damage your skin in as little as 15 minutes. So here are some easy recommendations to help protect yourself and your family. Number 1, stay in the shade. You can reduce your risk of skin cancer by simply seeking shade under an umbrella, tree, or other shelter. Number 2, wear proper clothing. When possible, long-sleeve shirts or long pants or skirts can provide protection from UV rays. Clothes made from tightly woven fabric offer the best protection. Number 3, wear a hat. For the most protection, wear a hat with a brim that goes all the way around that shades your face, ears, and the back of your neck. Number 4, wear sunglasses. Sunglasses protect your eyes from UV rays and reduce the risk of cataracts. They also protect the tender skin under your eyes from sun exposure. And finally, number 5, put on sunscreen. Put on broad spectrum sunscreen with at least an SPF of 15 before you go outside, even on slightly cloudy or cool days. Don't forget to put on a thick layer on all parts of exposed skins and get help for those hard to reach places like your back. By following these simple tips, you can ensure you're doing what you need to keep your family safe while you're outside this summer.
Thank you, Scott. Some great stuff. And now we go to Benicia Frazier with this week's business tip.
Hi, my name is Benicia Frazier with your up-to-date business tip. The process associated with operating a business in Polk County includes determining your legal structure, adhering to professional licensing or regulation required by the state, and obtaining a business tax receipt. Here's a quick overview of the steps associated with operating your business. Determining legal structure. Due to legal and tax implications, you must determine an operational structure when starting your business. The most common forms of businesses are sole proprietorship, partnership, limited liability company or LLC, corporation, S corporation, and nonprofit. If you will be doing a business as another name other than corporation, LLC, partnership, or your personal name, that name will need to be filed with the Division of Corporations. This name is known as your fictitious name, DBA, doing business as, or trade name. Name and register your business and professional licensing and regulation. To ensure the safety and wellness of the public, certain services require professional licensing and regulation. Businesses incorporated in Florida are required to register their name with the Florida Division of Corporations. Businesses that require special professional licensing, such as veterinarians and real estate agents, must register with the Department of Business and Professional Regulation. And all food establishments, which are regulated by the Florida Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services, are required to have an initial inspection and a food permit to operate. Obtain your EIN/tax ID number. In order to move forward with registering your business with the city and/or county, you must have your EIN number. There is no charge, and you can receive your number online via irs.gov/business/small. Keep in mind that you are also required to have an EIN when setting up your business banking account. Obtaining a business tax receipt. Individuals and firms seeking to do business in Polk County are required to obtain a county local business tax receipt prior to operating their business. If your business is located within city limits, you will also be subject to the business license requirements imposed by that city. Remember, the Polk County Community and Small Business Assistance Center is here to help small businesses succeed. Don't forget to visit our webpage at www.polk-county.net and select Community and Small Business Assistance, or feel free to call our office at 863-534-5915.
Well, we have to take a quick break now, but when we return, we'll tell you all about the Lakeland Regional Health Comprehensive Stroke Center and introduce you to the doctors who are ready to save lives.
Welcome back to PGTV News. Strokes are life-threatening. Improvements in technology give doctors added tools to save lives. The Lakeland Regional Health Comprehensive Stroke Center is now equipped and certified at the highest level for stroke care.
Hi, I'm Kaylin O'Leary. I am the stroke coordinator here at Lakeland Regional Health, and some of my primary duties are working with Polk County EMS as well as the community to educate the community on stroke care and prevention. Some of the most important things we can do are to remember the signs and symptoms of stroke. We like to remember FAST, F-A-S-T. If you see somebody that has a facial droop, or they have weakness on one side of their body, or their speech is slurred or garbled, the most important thing is T, that time. We want to get to the hospital as soon as symptoms start, because intervention for stroke is very time sensitive. We only have 4 hours from the time symptoms start to treat you for stroke. So it's important to call 911, not try to get yourself here, but call 911 so our EMS partners can get you here and we can treat you as soon as possible.
My name is Gabriel Panto. I am a neurologist at the Watson Clinic, and I am the Director of Stroke Services at Lakeland Regional Medical Center. I am pleased to announce you that finally we are a comprehensive stroke center. For the last 10 years, we have been a primary stroke center, which meant that some patients that before were taken out of the county are now able to remain in our county, and we can properly care for them. You have to understand that now there is no case, no stroke that is hard for us to treat. We can treat patients with ischemic strokes, hemorrhagic strokes, brain aneurysms, and everything in between. One of the most important things for patients with stroke is time. We have a motto which is time is brain. Patients that before were transferred out of the county, now they can benefit from a much faster transfer to our facility. We can see patients in the emergency room within 10 to 15 minutes, sometimes even less time, and they can come to have an interventional radiology or a neurosurgeon seeing them within 1 hour in many cases.
My name is Fakir Al-Masri. I'm an intervention radiologist. I'm the medical director at Lakeland Regional Health Medical Center. I have been doing stroke salvage in this hospital since 2005. Intervention radiologist is the specialty where we use imaging-guided procedures and catheters to look at vessels and to be able to remove the blood clots out of the arteries. This procedure will determine the possibility of you having very minimal or possibly no symptoms at all after you have a stroke. In contrary to being dependent, some patient will end up having a catheter in their stomach and another tube in their throat to be able to breathe and to be fed. It's a very debilitating disease. This procedure is going to avoid that and be able to put you back to as close as possible. And we have a lot of patients who we discharge from here with no residual damage at all.
I'm Dr. Tamala. I'm an interventional radiologist. Been at Lakeland Regional for 7 years now. I'm involved with a variety of vascular procedures, including stroke. Time is brain. We try to get the clot out as soon as possible on stroke patients to save their lives and minimize brain damage.
My name is Si Lau, and I'm one of the assistant professors at University of South Florida in the Department of Neurosurgery. I'm also the director of cerebrovascular surgery and skull-based surgery here at Lakeland Regional Health Medical Center. So now we have what we call a biplane machine to perform neurointerventional procedures. This machine is one of the essentially the newest model out in the market. Allows us to perform this type of procedures safely. For example, with a biplane machine, we are able to look at vessels in the brain at multiple angle at the same time, and this will allow us to perform these procedures safely. And this also will allow us to minimize the use of dye, which can potentially damage the kidney.
Medicine's incredible. It's we'll call it the goal el sol of the medical world.
Speaking of goals, it's now time for our sports update with Coach Neal.
Thanks, guys. I want to remind everyone to check out the PGTV listings for weekly airings of Sports Central. When you tune in, you'll see a full hour of featured guests, athlete spotlights, and so much more. You can also tune into the radio version of Sports Central on Talk 96.7 every Tuesday morning from 7 to 8 a.m. and every Thursday from 5 to 6 p.m. Now let's get to your Polk County sports news. The Lakeland Tropics were on the road against the North County United this past week. The Tropics came away with a 1-0 victory as Mateus Assumpção netted the first goal of the season for him anyways in the 68th minute to secure the win. The Tropics are now 5-1-1 on the season, and they sit atop the Southeast Division of the PDL League. The Florida Lady Tropics of the Women's Premier Soccer League are currently 0-1-1 in their first season. They started the season off with a 2-0 loss against Florida Gulf Coast Dutch Lions. Then their next match was against the Florida Soul Football Club, where they came away with a 0-0 tie. Next up for the Lady Tropics is Puerto Rico Pride Football Club. Hopefully they'll come away with their first victory of the season. Hey, last week, 8 new members of the Polk County Sports Hall of Fame were inducted at the RP Funding Center. This class will now be part of the Polk County Sports Hall of Fame Museum in Auburndale. The museum is open Tuesday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Admission is free. As always, go to visitcentralflorida.org or centralfloridasports.com for more events going on in Polk County. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the sports report, Neal, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in.
Remember to tune in again next week for another installment of PGTV News. We'll see you next time.